Yo, 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 yo. Welcome to another episode of EmpireJeffTV. I am your host, Empire Jeff, coming to you on a Friday night live from Los Angeles, California. How's everybody doing, man? I know everyone's excited. The Dodgers have done a few things. And there's been some ripple effects through Major League Baseball. I would expect for that to continue in the coming days and weeks and months. And man, the Dodgers got their guy, as they often do. The Dodgers have upset Major League Baseball, as they often do, and the Los Angeles Dodgers are on the quest for another championship, back-to-back, the Three-Peat, and going down the path of greatness, as they often do. So hope everyone's having a great night, had a great week, enjoyed celebrating this Kyle Tucker signing. And, I'm going to continue to say this, and I know they signed him a while back, but I feel like the Kyle Tucker watch and the Bo Bichette watch or the Cody Bellinger watch and all this, and it feels like people just forgot that we got Edwin Díaz as well. And you gotta recognize how great that was and how big that was. And the Dodgers have just pulled it all the way off this offseason. And offseason after offseason, they continue to perform. They continue to deliver. And this offseason is no different. And this is something you're going to continue to hear from me over and over and over and over. And that is that $680 million that Shohei Ohtani deferred has the Dodgers on notice for the remainder of that contract. He basically paid the cost to be the boss, gave up all that money up front, put it off for later so they can use it now, today, tomorrow, and whatever it means, by every means necessary, to ensure that Shohei Ohtani is competing for a World Series championship every year that he is in Dodger blue. Every year that he is with the Los Angeles Dodgers, he has made sure that he's given them the ability financially to go out there and make sure that they win every single offseason. They go after every top free agent. They trade for people. You sign people. You steal people in a trade. You steal people from overseas. Whatever you can do, you do, because I'm giving back $680 million. And here's the thing. It's not just the Dodgers ownership group who's reinvesting in the team. It's not just the Dodgers megastar who's reinvesting in the team. It's all these players with the deferrals. It's all these players doing whatever it takes to become part of this Los Angeles Dodgers culture. And do not get this twisted. It is the best free agent pitch in the business. It is the best destination in sports, and it will continue to be. There's a reason. There is a reason why the Los Angeles Dodgers are linked to every single top free agent. There is a reason why they have a seat at the table with every single top free agent. There is a reason why all the agents, everybody, marketing teams, publicists, all these players' camps, all of them want them to be a member of the Los Angeles Dodgers. It's because they win on the field, they win off the field, and everyone just wants a part of that success, and they want a part of that in their lives. How great they treat the players, how great they treat their families. Everything about what the Dodgers do, every single thing about how they do is what leads to this right now. It's what leads to getting Mookie Betts and him agreeing to a contract extension immediately after arriving here. He was here and was like, whoa, this is how y'all do here. Sign me up, sign me up, sign me up. You remember when they traded for Mookie? Go back and watch this. If you want to see how quick an organization has an impact on a star player, I invite you to go back and watch that Mookie Betts press conference when they introduced him and David Price on the field at Dodger Stadium in the press conference. Go back and watch that and listen to Mookie talk about how he's going to wait till after the season to sign in it to work on a new deal. Let's see how things go. Let's see. And he just got a little taste of being a Dodger and just said, sign me up for this now. Sign me up for this now. And that was the start of it. And we're still here to this day. Whether it's Mookie Betts, whether it's Freddie Freeman, whether it's Shohei Ohtani, whether it's Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Roki Sasaki, Blake Snell, on and on and on. They want to be part of this. They want to be part of this. And in the end, pretty much everyone, every single person that wants to play for something, wants a legacy, is lining up to join the Los Angeles Dodgers. And they won another offseason. Edwin Díaz, Kyle Tucker. And I'm going to explain why it's so important, because I've seen a lot of chatter on the internet of people saying, we don't need Tucker. We didn't need Tucker. That's overpaid. All right. Well, first of all, stop counting another man's money. Two, secondly, well, let me take that back. I said that before too. Can't front. But what I'm saying is this. You have to look at things as they are. And again, Shohei Ohtani has given this team back $680 million to go out and ensure that they put him and the rest of the team in position to win every single year. He sacrificed $680 million up front to go out there and make sure that this team was in it every single year. So when you not only have that luxury, but you also have that pressure, because it's a luxury for a player to go out and do that. But then if the team doesn't act on it, if the team doesn't follow up on it, if the team doesn't deliver on it, then that man did that for nothing. And the Dodgers are honoring their megastar's wishes and giving him everything it takes to win, like a good organization should do for the best player that's ever played the game. This is what they should do every offseason. This is what they have been doing every offseason. And it's simply because Shohei Ohtani has allowed them to do this with the deferral. And for anyone who sits back here and says we didn't need Kyle Tucker, I invite you again to go ahead and look at the Dodgers' offensive output for their outfielders last year and tell me with a straight face that they don't need Kyle Tucker. And then you have the two biggest needs that this team had this offseason, bullpen and outfield. And not only did they improve both, but they got the best player in both. They got the best reliever on the market, and they got the best outfielder on the market. They were in on Bichette. They obviously have been in on Tucker the whole time. They were in on some other things, fallback trades, etc. But they sat back and they waited for teams to get stupid. The Blue Jays were loving everyone out there, talking about how this is a monster off season and it's their off season and they're finally going to spend, and they didn't. They overpaid on Dylan Cease. They lost out on their own guy. And I told you guys this. I go, they're playing a dangerous game here because they could potentially alienate Bo Bichette. And if they didn't get Tucker, there's a chance that they lose Tucker and Bichette. But if they decided to sign Bichette, Tucker would go to the most likely the Dodgers, or at least they would have kept Bo Bichette. But because they were going after Tucker for so long, Bichette started seeking meetings elsewhere. And then you have the Mets miss out on Tucker had to, Cohen was a little embarrassed there and had to immediately pivot and go the route of Bo Bichette. Now Toronto's left with neither. So they lost out to Shohei. They lost the World Series. They lost out to Roki Sasaki, and now they've lost Kyle Tucker. All to the Dodgers. Now, I give them A for effort. A for effort. The Mets tried with Tucker, too, and thought they had him for a second. But in the end, one thing I kept saying over and over and over, I kept getting pushback on this. Now, I said I didn't know if it's going to happen, but I am 100% convinced that Kyle Tucker wants to be a Dodger, and he's going to do everything he can to try to get an offer that he can take from the Dodgers because that is his desired destination. I've been saying that for months. It was absolutely his desired destination. Absolutely. But the Blue Jays were coming into this thinking that they were going to get, they got Dylan Cease, they got Okamoto, which I like. I like that pickup for him. We'll see how he translates immediately to MLB. But then they thought for sure they were going to get Tucker or Bichette. And it didn't happen. So they end up with Cease, which is very well could be not what they bargained for. And Okamoto, while good in Japan, you just never know. You got to see. You got to see. And it's funny because when the offseason started, the name that I kept saying was probably perfect for them and the one that I thought would end up there was Bellinger. And then the Tucker situation picked up. And then he just kind of went to the back burner. But now you got the Dodgers out of it. You got the Mets out of it. That leaves just the Yankees and Blue Jays potentially probably for Bellinger. And Boris and Belly being a little greedy there now might be down to two teams. Or will it? Or will it? Could there be a potential other person lurking on the phone representing another team for Cody Bellinger? Could that be? We'll see. But the Mets might be out of it. The Dodgers might be out of it. Yankees tried to float a report that they were out of it. But man, the Dodgers just go out there, break hearts in the offseason, break hearts during the regular season, and break hearts in the postseason. This is exactly what they're trying to do. And they are not done. They're not done because they're never done. They're never done. Even after this, they will be keeping an eye on the trade market. They'll keep an eye on the international market. They'll keep an eye on players that are waived, DFA'd. They are never done, which is why they never stop winning. It's because they are never done. And when other teams go and take their vacations and celebrate their offseason success or regular season success, the Dodgers, no, they just sit back and like that. Okay, on to the next. What are we doing next? What's next on the agenda? What's next on the board? What do we got to do? What do we got to do? What do we got to do here? Whose turn is it? Whose turn is it? And the Dodgers just look over. They check every box. They dot every I. They cross every T. They just do everything they can. And look, there are some good organizations in baseball. There are plenty of good organizations in baseball. The Dodgers are a great organization. They are the organization in baseball. They are the organization in sports. They are absolutely the organization in sports. And this just might be the best ran organization that we have ever seen. Because you can have Steve Cohen, you can have all these guys out there, but they don't go out there and put all their money into every single resource. We've talked about this. The clubhouse, the visitors clubhouse, the minor league team has a traveling executive chef. They provide an executive chef for the visiting clubhouse. The way they treat families, the way they do everything is just something that other teams don't spend the money on. Other teams, you'll have other teams that'll pay on players. They'll do that. But they don't go out there and spend a bunch of money on all these amenities. They don't go out there and spend all this money on extras for the players. So when you think about it, and you know what, I've had this conversation with someone. I've had this conversation with someone who breaks down finances for Major League Baseball. Okay, for a team, like he works in a department, essentially in the accounting department to a point. Okay, and there are things that get circumvented. There are a lot of people don't notice. There's a lot of things that get circumvented towards the salary cap or count towards it. So like if a player gets a suite, like that counts. That can't just be like paid for. That can't just be under the table. That can't just be something outside of what counts towards the cap or luxury tax. That counts. So if you get them a suite, if you get them any of these things, that counts in a way almost like form of a signing bonus. But when you go and you revamp your amenities, when you revamp your clubhouse, your plane, your travel, the things you do for families that are part of travel or part of clubhouse or part of game experience, anything that you do there, medical, all these different things that you do are on top of the salary. And none of it circumvents the cap. You think Major League Baseball is going to make you apply to the cap when you're spending money on other teams' clubhouse, the guest clubhouse? So everything that they do, even finding every single loophole, every single thing they can operate within the collective bargaining agreement, everything that is legal, everything within the rules they have found and they have executed. And then you go out and you look at a team like the Mets, you look at a team like the Phillies, those amenities are nowhere to be found. They're nowhere to be found. And so not only do the Dodgers take care of their players, not only do they take care of their players' families, not only do they take care of their fans by spending on the team, take care of their city by spending on the team, it's just a machine, a well-oiled machine that just keeps on spinning, keeps on burning and turning. Burning and turning, turning and burning, whatever you want to call it. It's a machine that just keeps going. And when I'm sitting back there on Wednesday night, and I didn't have any type of confirmation that he was becoming a Dodger. I didn't have any inside information that the Dodgers had him. I didn't have anything like that. But what I did have is the people that I were talking to were like, look, this is hours away. This is hours away. And that's when I did the video. I said, it's coming, guys. It is coming. Get ready. Get ready. He's going to be picking a team soon. I had been told that all parties involved have been told that a decision is coming. And that he basically was just talking over with the family, confirming and getting it done. But what I now believe is that, he wanted the Dodgers all along. He finally got the offer that he was sitting on and waiting on, went back to the family, huddled, picked up the phone, and boom, done data. Because the Dodgers just sit around and wait for teams to get stupid. And plenty of people got stupid here. Again, I'll always break it down. Houston got stupid for trading him and not extending him. Chicago got stupid for trading for him and not extending him. Not even making him a priority in the offseason to resign. Toronto was stupid thinking that they were just going to bully the Dodgers with spending because the Dodgers didn't need Tucker. Thought that once they, got Diaz, again, the Mets getting stupid. The Dodgers caught multiple teams slipping this offseason. And they're not done catching people slipping. They're not done. So they sit back, they wait. Teams that get stupid, they let all these amenities, they let all these little chatterboxing gossip queens throughout the league talk about all the things they see when they're in LA, all the things they see in a visitor's clubhouse, all the things that they experience when they're, all the things they hear from Dodger players and families. And former Dodger players and family, all these, everything that just spreads through the league. It just spreads through the league. And the Dodgers just continue to benefit from it. Just continue to benefit from it. And once you hear, and once you're part of it, once you're part of something special, you're just going to love part of this LA experience. It won't take them long to love LA, and this is why we love LA. And speaking of we love LA, make sure to go to legendsofculture.com. I'm going to put the link in the chat. Legendsofculture.com. We got another Drop with Drip show, the We Love LA collection. Some fire merch up there. Legendsofculture.com. Check out the Ruining Baseball collection as well as the We Love LA collection. We got free shipping on there right now. Some fire shirts up there, fire merch up there. Legendsofculture.com. Take a look at it. Also, make sure if you're going to get any of your game day merch, any of your Lakers, Dodgers, Rams, whatever your teams are, whoever it may be, make sure to get your MLB, NBA, NFL gear at More. Make sure to use the link at Fanatics. We've partnered with the good people at Fanatics. So when you order through us via them, they take care of us because we sent you their way. A lot of great stuff over there. Still got some Dodger Championship merch. You got the World Baseball Classic merch, which I've ordered mine. And then you got the soon-to-be Kyle Tucker, Edwin Díaz jerseys coming soon. So make sure to tap that link. But, you know, when I sat back and I had multiple shows last year, you know, done multiple shows with Joe last year. We were talking about the dominance we were going to see last year. And it just felt like out the gate, it was just injury bug after injury bug or phantom IL stint or this guy can't play, this guy's out months, whatever it is. And the record didn't materialize to what we thought it would. I never thought that they would lose the division, but they didn't end up with the best record in the NL. They didn't end up with the best record in baseball. And in the end, it didn't matter. It didn't matter. But so one thing that did one thing that did teach me or convinced me, was that the Dodgers really don't care where they finish as long as they get there healthy. And I did talk about that a lot last year. I did believe it, but now I'm just 100% convinced. They want to win the division because they do it every year, right? And I think they would not want to not win a division. But I don't think they're going to go out there and try to kill themselves to get the best record. I don't think they have to anymore. And last year, they proved it. And last year was the year to get them. It was the year. Last year was the year for them to get got. They didn't get got. And they're even better now because let me tell you why. The Dodgers are not just adding Kyle Tucker and Edwin Díaz. They're basically adding Mookie Betts back, who got that illness in spring training and literally was not himself most of the year. They're also adding back, from what we've seen and heard, a very, very committed, in shape, ready to go, another contract year version of Teoscar Hernandez. From what everything looks like, a healthier Tommy Edman. Year 2.5 of Andy Pages, I expect him to take another leap. And you got guys that are coming off the bench like that Kim, and you got some of the guys out of the minors are going to get some run. And you're going to have guys, hopefully more Blake Snell this year, hopefully more Glasnow this year. You're going to have Roki Sasaki back in the starting lineup. So you're not just adding Diaz and Tucker. You're adding all these other pieces that you were kind of down last year. And one thing I continue to talk about is we may end up with the holy trinity of where it's the offense is popping, the starting pitching is popping, and the bullpen is popping all at the same time. And if that is curtains. It is good night. It's rockabye baby. It's lullaby these MFs. That's exactly what that's going to be. It's going to be a damn near act of terrorism if all three of those cylinders are firing at once. And there's really nothing anyone can do about it other than hope that the Dodgers aren't healthy. And this depth, This depth that they have. And I'm just talking about position players. What about these pitchers that are coming back? Like, you're going to get a full season of Sheehan, who didn't start the year last year, a full season of Roki Sasaki, who's probably going to be ready. You're going to get River Ryan back. I still think Evan Phillips comes back. And I'm telling you, they're still but you're stuttering. There's still a couple passing bombs to come. That'll be pretty massive for the Los Angeles Dodgers. This is going to happen. This is going to happen. I know a lot of people were talking last night about, they could still get Bichette. I never got the sense that was, once they got Tucker, I never got the sense that was going to happen. I talked about that last night on Joe's show. Never had a sense, like none, zero, had no idea, no hint of that even being a reality once they got Tucker. But the Dodgers got a couple of things cooking, a couple of things burning. I'm not saying they're doing all of them, because they're not. But they still got, there's some other shoes that could still drop. But the best part about it is it doesn't have to be now. But it could be. But it could be. Because there's some things that have not been talked about. There's things that have been talked about. There's things that were talked about and aren't really being talked about now. But the Dodgers have also lined themselves up to be in position when Freddie's contract, Glasnow's contract, Teo's contract, Muncie's contract, Miggy's contract, all these contracts, they have put themselves in position to be able to get crazy when the opportunity presents itself again. And this Kyle Tucker deal lines up perfect with that, because at $60 million a year, the opt-out's sitting there at 2 years, but they can extend him. He never even has to opt out. They could add more years to that deal. Now that's a longer-term deal once those other contracts are off the books. So this is getting to a point where the Dodgers are about to be the boogeyman for the foreseeable future, and there really isn't anything stopping them, because I don't see a lockout stopping them. I don't see any type of new collective bargaining agreement stopping them. I don't see any of that, because the players are not just going to bend over for these owners. Most of these owners don't even want the lockout like these fans think. And even if they do lock them out, they're not going to want to miss out on the money that they're missing by not playing, because they're greedy. The owners are making more money than ever right now. They want their fans to believe that they're for the people, but they're not. They're for their pockets. They are for their pockets, which is why they don't even spend on their own team. Because you can put the Dodgers in a league with a cap and a floor, and they're still going to be better than everyone else, because their organization is funded the right way. It's ran the right way. It's organized the right way. Can't nobody see them. They can't. They can't. And they won't. And look, there's a lot of teams out here that are very good, very well ran, that play hard, that play the right way, got talent, they're likable. Look, the Blue Jays, like we said, the Blue Jays gave the Dodgers everything they can handle. The Milwaukee Brewers went out there and had a very minimal payroll and had the best record in the league. The Dodgers swept them. The Blue Jays took the Dodgers to 7. So it doesn't really matter. It's who the Dodgers got to face and how hot is that team at the time is what it comes down to. That's what it comes down to. And at the end of the day, the Dodgers can spend all this money, get all these players, have all these advantages, but injuries or ineffectiveness and pressure, whatever it is, you go up against a buzzsaw, you can get beat. You can get beat. And the Dodgers know that, which is why they try to do everything they can to leave nothing to chance. Nothing to chance. They did it last year, it paid off. They did it in 2024, and it paid off. They're doing it again here in 2026, and I think it'll pay off. And whether it's a nuclear winter last year, whether it's a nuclear winter next year or just some rough wind in Palmdale, like whatever this situation ends up to be, economically, the Dodgers are still going to be better than everybody else because they're better than everyone else in everything that everyone else does. And don't let them flip it on you either, because you got all these people out here making a big deal and throwing a big fit about getting Kyle Tucker. Now they're saying it's overpay, or he's not worth it, or he's not that good. Then why are you crying? Why are you crying if he's not that good, if he's overrated, and if that's an overpay? Why are you crying? If he's not all that, why are you doing all this? Y'all cheated us in 2017. Y'all cheated us in 2018. You laughed at us in 2019. You told us 2020 didn't count. You mocked us in 2021. You dragged us through the whole mud in 2022, and you damn near threw a parade when we lost in 2023. Nah, man. No. This is the definition of poking the bear. You poked the bear. And that's it. Y'all created the Death Row Dodgers. Y'all created Death Row Dodgers. Y'all did. You brought this on. You kept talking and talking and talking. Now you're crying. Now your tears are doing the talking now. Because it was all sweet when we got cheated. It was all sweet when the Nationals did what they did in 2019. It was all sweet when y'all tried to claim that we don't deserve credit for 2020. And it was all sweet 21, 22, and 23. It ain't sweet for y'all no more. It's sweet for us. It's sweet for us. It's Shohei in the chocolate factory around here. That's how sweet it is for us. So don't forget that you poked this bear. You did. You did. And you got bit. Now you're crying because you got bit. Craziness, man. Craziness. We got a super chat in the building. Appreciate you. West Coast Simone. Appreciate you, man, with the $5 super chat. Said, keep spitting facts. Also, their fans are keeping our thinking cheap like their owners. Dodgers giving away change like me, the super chat. Hey, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And that's a great topic right there, because it's exactly what it is. I keep telling people these other owners keep spending their money on boats and bimbos and not their ball clubs. How's that our fault? How's that our fault? Boats and bimbos instead of championships. Now, I ain't saying there's anything wrong with boats. I don't really rock with bimbos, but put your money where your mouth is. Put your profit where your players are. Put your fans first and your eccentric ways last, and shut all the way the F up already. Stop crying. Do something about it. Show up for your team. Buy all the merch. Do everything. If you're an owner, put a superstar on the field that your team wants to pay to come see. Or maybe don't trade them away, or don't let them walk for nothing because you don't want to pay them. Give your fans a reason to show up. Every single team can sign one star, can sign one superstar. And people will bring their children to come watch a star. But when you just jettison them out of here to the next thing to get whatever you can and not want to pay them, you bring this on yourself. Go get yourself an influx. Go get yourself a billionaire sugar daddy to join your team. Sell 30% of your team. Let them rock your cash flow. Go keep your player. Go get someone else's player and shut up. Shut up. Because until you do that, the Los Angeles Dodgers are going to continue to win off seasons, and they should. And they should. And you can sit up and say all you want about they're in LA, they're the big market, they're the Los Angeles Angels of Cucamonga, Anaheim, whatever you want to call them. What are they doing in LA? They brand themselves as the Los Angeles Angels, right? What are they doing? What are they doing? The little engine that could, the little mighty mouse ass Padres. They're 8th in payroll. They're 8th in payroll. And they barely got functioning ownership. And they're 8th in payroll. They're 8th in payroll. They damn near got to go borrow money from burrito vendors to make payroll. And they're 8th in payroll. They're trying. And you got these other guys out here just spending stupidly. You got other guys out here giving Juan Soto $800 million just to say, oh, you're the best player in the world. We're going to pay you more. Then they got Shohei Ohtani, the biggest deal in history. How's that working out? Juan Soto was Juan Sono because you ain't winning no other chips with him. It's not happening. It's not happening. All right, I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna get done with the little tirade here because that's not even really my style. Y'all know that. But I'm just saying all the talk, all the chatter, all the yap about the Los Angeles Dodgers and crying. Break out those 2 little thumbs, or maybe big thumbs, small thumbs, whatever it is, and slide in your owner's DMs, or send something to them, or don't show up to their ballpark. Make them feel it because they're taking your money. They're taking your money and spending it on boats and bimbos and not your dream of watching your team win a World Series. I'm just saying. I'm not saying, but I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. All right, I apologize. I went a little long here. I've not got to your guys' comments. My bad. I appreciate y'all, man. Don't care. What's going on, brother? Let's go, Dodgers. Absolutely. Roy, what's going on, brother? Appreciate you. Drip Show. What's going on, Drip Show? Appreciate you, brother. As always. Edward, what's going on, man? Said, who else you guys want? Anybody, everybody. We can afford it all. We make the money. Let's spend the money. Point blank, period. What's going on, David? Appreciate you as well, bro. Thank you for tuning in. Great time to be a Dodger fan as always, man. What's going on, Roy? Appreciate you, brother. Don't hate, appreciate. Greatness only comes around once every half century. You are witnessing a masterclass on how to run an organization. Sit back, get a bag of popcorn, and see how champions do it. You get the horn there. Yes, sir. Don't care says Cohen wanted the smoke with Guggenheim, and Guggenheim gave it to him. And you know what? You guys heard me talk about this a few weeks ago when I said that that the Mets and Dodgers have yet to go book for book on a player. Now they kind of did on Trevor Bauer, but not really. They went book for book here. They went checkbook for checkbook here, and the Dodgers said, that's maybe a horrible check sounding. Did you ripping it out the book, whatever? Book for book, baby. Let's go. Run it. Run us, Kyle Tucker. Book for book, baby. Let's see. Okay. Talk about it. Jerry, talk about it. Puka Nakua track here. Back to back. That's right, Jeff Show. Roy says, let's get Scuba. What's going on, Roy? Appreciate you tuning in from Facebook. Thank you. Edward says, breaking news, Aaron Judge going to the Dodgers. That'll never happen. But, they are wasting his prime, man. They wasted his prime. They're wasting an absolute legend in the Bronx, in Aaron Judge. And worried is a stretch because obviously, I'm out over here, rooting for the Yankees and win the World Series and not the Dodgers, right? But I do believe that they have wasted his time. I was before thinking, okay, they may not win again. Now I'm pretty much convinced that they are not going to win with Aaron Judge again. It's not nothing to do with Aaron Judge. They're just not going to surround him with the players that's required. Roy says, Cohen getting into his feelings. He feels entitled and thinks he can outbid everyone. He forgets it's the Los Angeles Dodgers, a destination for all players who want to win. That's it right there. Is you can't just throw money at people. These players aren't exotic dancers. They're not just going for the dollars. Not all of them. Some of them are if you're a Boris client. If you're a Boris client and that's all you care about, then maybe. But Kyle Tucker isn't. And you can't just throw money at a player like him. Anyone who paid anywhere near half attention of what Kyle Tucker was looking for, who he is, you just knew it wasn't going to be about who just threw the money at him. He wanted the Dodgers. He wanted the situation, but he did want to get paid, of course. And he got $60 million a year, so it's not going to say like he didn't get a bag. But he could have went back to the Mets and be like, look, give me 300 and it's a wrap. And maybe they would have done it just to not lose out to the Dodgers, but he didn't. He took it. He took it because he got the number he wanted with the team that he wanted and said, bye-bye. Bye-bye, Uncle Stevie Cohen. Bye-bye. Can't get everything you want. I'm not Juan Sono. I'm not. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. Let's see. David says, I'm glad the Phillies didn't get Bo Bichette. Otherwise, that would have been a scary team. Yeah, so it's kind of funny how this all works out, right? It's you go ahead and you look like, okay, so he doesn't go back to Toronto. That helps the Dodgers, right? Going to the Mets, does that really hurt the Dodgers? None of that is really like a big deal. So this move here, just like Ranger Suarez going to Boston helps the Dodgers. He doesn't go back to Philly. He doesn't land on another team that the Dodgers probably got to face in the playoffs. So these big moves that are happening aren't affecting the Dodgers. They're just not. And so when you sit here and look at it, like, he really did not want to go to Philly when a lot of people, I mean, everything we were hearing when the last 48 hours was like it felt like there was a deal coming with Philly, and it just never materialized towards the finish line. They thought they had him on a 7-year deal. They thought they had him. And then Cohen got upset, missing out on Tucker, and basically told Stern to Stern to go get him. Go get him. We're not losing both of them. And they went and they got him. And the Blue Jays missed out on both. You're right. Best franchise. Caleb Rose, what's going on, man? Yeah, they treated a lot of families really well. Here we go. When they kicked them out of here we go. Here we go. Let me ask you something. Do you blame Shohei Ohtani for Pearl Harbor? Because you realize this isn't the same ownership group. This isn't the same people who ran the city at the time. This isn't the same business people involved. It has nothing to do with these people now. So do you blame Ohtani for Pearl Harbor? Do you? Because that type of jackass mentality is a billboard for the type of clown you are. Let's see. Roy says, there you go. Exactly. Tucker is an overpay, but if leads to another title, who cares? Yeah. I don't think it's an overpay when you got to get a guy in a position that you need when you got the money to burn. Why not? Why not? Ray says, thanks for the podcast, bro. I follow you on YouTube as well. You bring good info. Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. Look, I've got what I consider to be the best community in the sports talk world of content creation when you combine all my platforms: IG, TikTok, Twitter X, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, Facebook. I will challenge any other channel. My community is phenomenal. And I know it's a lot of mixed in with similar communities, right? All of our communities are very good, but mine is top tier, man, for sure. It's all because of you guys. So thank you so much. You're part of that race. So thank you so much. Dodgers not done yet. They're not done, Roy. I promise you they're not done yet. Okamoto was a decent signing. He was. Yeah, I said that. The Blue Jays lose. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Showtime LA. What's going on? Heard anything on Schoolboy or Evan Phillips? Evan Phillips, everything that I continue to hear from about Evan Phillips is that it's expected for him to return. Now, expected and guaranteed return are two different things. But if I were a betting man, which on occasion am, I've been told and occasionally I am, I would bet on his return to the Dodgers when healthy. And but obviously there are no guarantees. But I think it is. Joseph, what's up, Joseph? Well. Shrek is in the building, yo. Mr. Joseph Soro of the I started thinking about it, and I was about to botch it again. Now I got Joe Rogan in my head again. Damn it, I was on a roll. The Experiment with Joe Soro. I was actually on his show last night, so go ahead and check that out. I was out and about, and Joe let me pull up in bad production quality and all, and pull up, and we talked a little bit in the moment because I wasn't home to be able to do what I'm doing now then, so I'm doing it now. But then I was doing it on Joe's show. Played that back in my head like an umpire after he called to play. Yeah, I think I got that. Cease, not a consistent pitcher. He's definitely not. Let's see. Joe says Cody should go to the Mets and play first. Yeah, I mean, he should go to the Mets. He should. But I think there's a chance he goes to Toronto now. I think there is. The Yankees disrespecting Judge by not giving him what he needs to win, about to become Trout 2.0. Yeah, it's bad, man. Like, it's bad. It's bad. I'm trying to catch up to these chats, yo. I really, really, really am. I apologize. I was going a little long there, so I do apologize, man. What did I leave off? Where did I leave off? Here we go. You always gotta respect someone hiding behind that profileless picture with the name user. You are brave, sir. You are brave. You are brave. You bring that mother's basement bravery into this chat. Wear it proud. Dodger fans, enjoy this while you can. After 2007, this will end. Deletes profile. Deletes. Turns off the lights before he gets in trouble in his mother's basement. Let's see. Polanco can't play first. No. Putting Bichette at third. They're asking for just Mets of the Clippers of the NBA. I kept calling the Chargers. I mean, not the Chargers. Wow. I was calling I always felt like the Padres or the Clippers, because at least the Mets have won something. You know, the Mets, but I would say the Padres or the Clippers. They don't pay attention to the details. Tom says Paul Skeen's next. That's going to be a crazy bidding war right there. Roy said, preach, Jeff. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. David says, Blue Jays burned that Bichette bridge. Can't see him ever go back and play for that team. And he didn't. He went to New York, went to Queens, man. What time Teo and Prosek is getting traded for Scooble, says Nando. What's going on, Nando? Without saying too much, I'm just telling y'all, man, like there's some fun coming. There is some fun coming for sure. Bichette was gone when they signed Okamoto. That was definitely the beginning of it. Yeah, that was pretty much the writing on the wall, but you just never know. But yeah, it happened. Scooble isn't likely unless the Dodgers get an extension from him, but Boris wants Scooble to test the market. So the Scooble situation is I'm going to do another show on this. Because I've actually had some conversations with some people on this, and it's a very, very unique situation. And there is a world where this happens without an extension. I've talked about this. There's also a world where it absolutely does not happen without an extension. But this isn't as black and white as it appears. Dodgers were ranked second best franchise right now. First is the OKC Thunder. OKC Thunder. OKC's playing in a watered down league. That people are abandoning rapidly to go watch baseball. Dodgers are not ruining baseball. It's cheap owners. Absolutely. Thank you. This is Teo is too clutch and too good for chemistry to get rid of, and Shohei absolutely loves him. Mets have second highest payroll and are dog-ish. Now you lucky. You're good? No, he's not talking to you, buddy. Heard the word dog and he just like raised up on me. I wonder how fans will react when they get Scooble. It's gonna be. I'm not saying, but I'm saying not scared of the Mets. No one's scared of the Mets. Let's see. F everyone 3-peat, and then we lock in over for the 4-peat. Yep. Deal with it. Yep. The Dodgers wait for teams to be cheap. They wait for them to be stupid. They wait for them to be all of that. Let's see. We can still potentially get Scooble too. We can. Oh yeah, we can. Scooble will be a Dodger at the trade deadline. Tucker prediction: average 30, batting 300, 35 home runs, 100 RBI. What do you think his WAR will be? What do you think his WAR and his WRC plus? Because if he goes out there, if he's healthy, playing in this lineup, he could put up MVP numbers, right? But you got Shohei, so Shohei's more than likely going to win MVP. But Kyle Tucker has a chance to not only win MVP, but win a World Series MVP. He has that. Better to wait until he's a free agent in a year. The Toronto Blue Bags. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. The bandwagon, we got Cuba up in here. You Dodger fans are trying to make the bandwagon a fan for 3 straight years, huh? Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're right about that, Joseph. You're right about that. Josh says the Dodgers won absolutely nothing. They got a relief pitcher and the most overrated player in the history of Major League Baseball. So if you get a close above average outfielder, Josh. Let me ask you something. When you buy the haterade, do you buy it in bulk? Do you buy it in bulk? Like, do they have that at your local like Costco or you're like in a rural area? You buy it from like like some older dude named Leroy or something like do you buy haterade in bulk? That's what I want to know. That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. What's going on, Sammy? Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you for tuning in. Go Dodgers, absolutely. Josh Hayden again. The haterade. He buys in bulk, man. Oh man, they're mad. They are mad. They are mad. Oh my God, he is raging out. He probably is slapping everyone in his house, man. He's probably so mad he's slapping everybody in the house. I'm just messing around. I don't know you personally. I'm just talking trash. Have a good one, man. Oh man. Three-Peat loading, absolutely. Okay, got. Josh must be a Rockies fan or something. Yeah. Yep. On the spectrum. On the good old spectrum. Now, he's entitled to his opinion. I just had some fun. I do think he's buying haterade in bulk, but I'm just messing around with him. He's allowed to be here. He's allowed to talk trash. We talk trash. Oh, he's an Orioles fan? Shout out to the Orioles for that Tupac bobblehead, though. That's dope. But I get why you're bitter. Above average defense. So he's a better defender than people think. He really is. He has the ability. Let's go Doyers. Absolutely. Scuba. Oh, he says he hopes they get. See, he's rallying. He's pouring out some haterade for the homies. He's pouring it out. Said Brendan Donovan, huh? I'd like to make it 4 in a row for the AL East. Yeah, but just beat them all. We'll beat them all. I don't think the Mets are going to trade for Scooble. I think they're waiting out trying to sign him for sure. Eli De La Cruz, he said, huh? Prefer the Red Sox and their little revenge chowder there. Nah, I don't think they're not going to be good enough. Not going to be good enough. You all good, Josh. I was just playing. And then plus I'm way behind on the chat. Like way behind. I'm catching up though. I'm gonna go rapid here. We're gonna go rapid here. Okay. Everyone's talking to each other. Tucker's defense in the outfield and can play and hit home runs. You're absolutely right, Bruce. The taxes the Dodgers pay go back to other teams. Yeah, so the luxury tax goes to the teams. It goes to the union. It goes to medical for retired players. It goes to a bunch of different things, which I think that during the lockout or during the collective bargaining discussions, I think they need to rediscuss how those funds are allocated and make sure that teams who get those funds must spend it on the team. They cannot pocket it. It has to go used on players or they lose it. That's what they need to do. They need to make sure that when they take the revenue sharing and they take the luxury tax, that it must go back into the product. That's what they need to do. And make the Dodgers pay more. But the other teams have to actually spend it on players. They have to. Make them do it. And Pittsburgh made almost $500 million last year. Small market teams are playing you. Yeah, exactly. Make them spend it. We always spend, and anyone that get mad at it, don't be mad to tell your owner to spend. Facts. That's all it is. But again, I think what they really need to do is really focus on how these funds are allocated. That's exactly what they need to do. And if they do that, that's when they're going to put themselves in a position to where, oh man, hold on. All right, there we go. I had to block someone for doing some craziness. Let's see. The Dodgers beat the Yankees for the first championship with a bullpen, not a high-paid starters. You have to play the game. Yep. The AEV could have been $100 million for 4 years of a top end hitter, according to WRC Plus, for just max 4 years. It could even be only 2 years. Absolutely worth it. Stop crying and didn't hear anyone talking about the Yankees era. Facts. I don't feel guilty. Yeah, I don't feel guilty. Again, thank you for the super chat there, my guy, West Coast. Appreciate you. Chris Silver says they are destroying the league. People forget they have 5 out of the top 20 starting pitchers in the league. Not one is homegrown. Yankees didn't buy 15 All-Stars. They bought maybe like 3 or 4. They bought A-Rod. Like far and away the highest, and then gave him another deal. They constantly sign guys in an era where no one else could. They would bully people in free agency. So no, they're not hurting baseball. Look at the viewership. Look how many people watch the World Series. Look how much baseball merch is out there now. Look how much baseball content is out there now. They're not destroying the league. They're exposing you and your owners is what they're doing. They called the Dodgers chokers and talked crap in 2020. Absolutely. Absolutely. IB said Jeff is cooking. I think so. Y'all got Chef Jeff tonight. Appreciate y'all, man. Yeah, you are laughing at us. Now you're going to pay. We're not playing now. Absolutely. Yeah, 51 million viewers, killing the ratings. Destroyed everything else. Called us Mickey Mouse. And they didn't even play in Orlando. They played in Texas. People calling it like the bubble or Mickey Mouse is like calling it Mickey Mouse is crazy to me. It's crazy to me. So yeah, so I touched on that. Are the Dodgers owners trying to create a salary cap because it would increase the evaluation of the club if they get Schoolboy? I think that question has to be asked. Well, the valuation of the club, I mean, it's already like top tier, but I think what they're trying to, they're just trying to honor the commitment and sacrifice that Shohei Ohtani made. And in doing so, spending all the money that he deferred because they gave him their word that they would do that. And that's why they're doing it. So anyone who's mad at that, like, you don't see Soto deferring $600 million. Aaron Judge didn't defer. Bryce Harper didn't defer money like that. You didn't see those guys make that sacrifice. Manny Machado didn't do that. You didn't see any of these guys go out there and do that. They didn't do that. And that's what makes this all different, is the best player in the game, the biggest contract in the game at the time, deferred most of it, which put the Dodgers in position to do what they're doing right now. Yep. Yep. The Mets spending their best. Yeah, because they spend recklessly, not wisely. The Dodgers aren't winning baseball. Their owners don't want to spend money. Yep. They donating to Rendon. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like paying him to go away. Eugenio Suarez, Harrison Beta, Luis Ariz still available. Yeah. Swept by the Halos. Yeah, they were. That still sucks. We were double swept by the Angels and the Brewers. And in the end, it didn't mean anything. I'd gladly be swept by them next year again to win another World Series. What do you think about the Guggenheim extending Rob and JJ? As soon as look, this was all pre-negotiated. Like this isn't even the Bus brothers going away. Like this wasn't like Guggenheim is still very limited. They are essentially, remember what I told you about go out and sell a big chunk of the team, get a cash influx, get cash flow. They did that in 1.0 when Guggenheim bought out AEG's stake in the Lakers, giving them first rights of refusal. They became the cash flow. Now they took it all over, but it's kind of like a succession plan. They're still the cash flow. They're not the decision makers yet. Now, they're building the foundation. They're building the infrastructure. They're investing in all these amenities that I told you that the Dodgers do. So when they do take the baby, that's all in place. But right now, Guggenheim does not have or does not operate with full control or say with the Lakers. It's not what's happening right now. That's going to continue over time. And I don't think it's going to be this season, next season. Like, I mean, it could be theoretically if there's an agreement made, but I think that Genie continues to run this team for the next minimum of 3 more seasons after this. Dodgers TV money is what most of the league has to compete with. Well, when everyone shows up to your games and watches every one of your games, like when you are the demand, then you got to get the supply, right? When you are the supply, you got to get the demand. So no one is lining up to watch the Pittsburgh Pirates like that because they don't put stars on the field and they trade them away. They give them away. And everyone knows in Pittsburgh that that Paul Skeens isn't going to have a whole career there. So it's hard for them to invest in him. So again, that's on them. Do you think the Dodgers are done not taking in Kike in Philly? So I do believe Kike will be back. I do believe he'll be back. We had a fake lane in here. Causing. I got him up. I got him up out of here though. Dodgers are actually helping these cheap owners because of the taxes they have to pay. They are an economic engine for the cheap, boring owners out of touch with their annual oh my God, hiccups. Absolutely. I saw that out of the all offensive offseason acquisitions, Tucker had the most positive ballpark home run differential going from Wrigley to Dodger Stadium. Yep. Yeah, the playoff list trolleys, the playoff list halos, nobody cares about the Angels, bro. Nobody cares about the Angels. Nobody. And I'm just thinking about a poor little franchise that nobody even barely remembers exists. And they claim LA and literally no one cares about them in LA. But I will settle for losing to the Halos every single game because we never have to worry about seeing them in the playoffs or the World Series. We never have to worry about seeing them. So we'll take the L's, rest of players, and charity to LA or whatnot. What's going on, Craig? What's going on? Someone calling out Joe. What's going on here, Joe? Dude loves to defend the bum ass Lakers. I don't know if you know Joe. I've heard Joe rip the Lakers way more than he's defended him. But oh man, that's not Joe. What's going on, Aaron? Let's see. Off topic. Do you see the Orioles getting another starting pitcher? Maybe Valdez. I think there's a chance they could get him. We'll see what happens. He's a little older. He's 32. You had Suarez at 30, a little bit younger, got that deal. But I think they could be in on Valdez. I think there's a chance that they could get him. Haterade, the next Legends of Culture t-shirt drop. Yeah, man, pounding that Haterade. I actually thought the Dodgers were to reunite with Belly, but I think it's good to have fresh, new, hungry guys with no titles and reinvigorates the team every year. Yeah, I never really thought that that the Belly thing was really realistic. Like, never really thought it was. Let's see. Like the famous saying, boats in. Yep. Let's see. CT Hang said Joe said Luka's a better scorer than Kobe. I didn't hear Joe say that. Did he say that? Is this real? Is this a real thing, Joseph? A-sign judge. Baseball over basketball. It is for me right now, for sure. BBC me says, how do you feel about the Lakers? I think the Guggenheim only know baseball, not basketball. No, that's not true. So I love Guggenheim getting the Lakers, and it's not about Guggenheim knowing the basketball. They know business. They're going to put basketball people in there, like the Andrew Friedmans and the people they put in place to run the franchise of the Dodgers. They are the cash flow. They are the vision. They are the big picture people. But they will put the right basketball people in there when it is time. Trust me on that. Gregory Brown, what's going on, brother? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Said you said Lakers are winning the championship last offseason after getting 8, and that's why I did not say that. I would gladly pay you if you found me saying that, because I did not say that, because there's no way I said that, because I wouldn't have believed that myself. So no, I don't, maybe you misconstrued something I said. But no, there was no way, shape, or form that I would have equaled them getting Ayton and Smart to a championship. I'm not that guy. I've been saying for years the Lakers are nowhere near a championship contender. They're not, and these two do not make them one. Let's see. Here we go. Jose says Dodgers are chokers. They couldn't win when their players, so they pulled their checkbooks out and paid their competition off to not beat anybody. So 2020 was their players. 2017 was all homegrown and they got cheated. So I don't know, man. Maybe you got dyslexia. Maybe you got hit in the head as a child. This all times to make sense. Maybe you see numbers backwards. I don't know. But one, that's incorrect. Two, you are bewildered. And three, you are dismissed. Let's see. The Yankees got A-Rod, Damon, Giambi, Sabathia, Cone, Cole, LeMahieu, Bellinger, Soto, and many others in trades and free agency. What are these crybabies crying now? Sore losers. Absolutely. You get the horn there. Just shut them up. Shut them all the way up. Shut them all the way up. Soto and Judge can't defer that much. They don't have endorsements like Ohtani. I mean, that's not Ohtani's fault. It's not his fault. Let's see. I love to hear how you Dodger fans act like what the team is going messing up baseball. One more year before then. Nah. MLPA aren't cowards like the NFLPA or the NBAPA. There will never be a salary cap in baseball. Baseball players can wait longer than the owners, so keep drinking. Yeah, baseball is ran by the players union and the agents, yo. You guys it's nothing like basketball. Nothing. You see, Rose says Dodgers were able to make a better TV deal than most teams. Look it up. FYI, I'm a Dodger. Yeah, because they got the better product. Lost in this, the Padres stuck for some of the 12 years, more of PED Tatis Jr., Machado, who scored the Dodgers, scoring the Dodgers, and they're stuck with Bogarts and Merrill 7-9 years and will bleed the pitching. Yep. Dodgers will three-peat, but after this lockout, everything changes. This lockout isn't going to hit like you guys think, y'all. I'm trying to tell you guys. Don't know ish, just guessing. No way in hell Joe said that. Angels aren't even that way. No. What's going on, Incline? Appreciate you, man. Say go Dodgers, Three-Peat and coming. Absolutely. Make sure to go subscribe to the Incline. Subscribe to Joe's the experience. But the Incline, been on their show over there. Great work over there. As usual, I watch their show all the time. So make sure to go check them out. Appreciate you for tuning in. And yes, Three-Peat incoming. Absolutely. If you think so, you will learn different. Baseball isn't the most watched league. Your money comes from outrageous tickets and cable salaries, and outrageous in baseball will come to an end. It's not coming into an end, man. It's booming right now. It is booming. It's booming. I don't know if you just hate baseball or what it is, but it is absolutely booming right now. I will let y'all read this yourselves. I really can't say this, but grade for getting Pete Alonso out of 10, maybe like a 6, maybe like a 6.5, depending on what type of year he has next year. Who do I have winning the Super Bowl? I got the Rams winning it all. Once salary cap comes, they won't be able to keep an all-star lineup. Sure they will, because everyone else, if they do have that, people will take still less to come here, and they'll still be operating within the same rules as everyone else, and they're better than everyone else. It's just funny. Everything you guys cry about, it just doesn't matter. The A's originally drafted Judge. A lot of Dodger haters in the chat. Oh, we welcome them all. This is a rehabilitation center for broken people who their owners and cities and teams have turned their backs on them and destroyed them. They're wounded. They're wounded little creatures that we need to nurture back to society. Can't you see that they have not been loved? They have not been respected or cared for. Their owners don't spend on their team. The owners don't care about their city. Their owners don't care about them. Their players leave them. The players don't even engage with them because they know they're going to be gone. We got to nurture these people back to life. We got to nurture them back. You got to nurture them back. Speaking of back, I just lost where I was. Damn it. But yeah, I'm not even really I'm not even worried about the lockout, to be honest with you. Like, I'm not even like, I don't even think about it. Like, I'm not even worried about it. There's no way these greedy ass owners are gonna pass and leave all this money on the table. There's just no way. There's just no way. Man, I have no emotional attachment to hater words, so it makes no difference to me. You know, it's fun to me. You can tell the majority of Dodger haters still have to wear a helmet when they go outside. Yankees have 27 World Series. I'm not mad. Dodgers are winning. All things come to an end. Oh man, the Yankees history is incredible. But again, they won when a lot of the Yankees history is like the Boston Celtics. You know, back in an era where there were no teams, there weren't a lot of players. They played 2 rounds and won a World Series. It's not the same now, man. It's not the same. What's going on, Miguel? Said, Jeff, I've been trying to tell Dan the Lakers aren't contenders this year, but my guy gets mad and ignores me. I'm glad to have actual, factual, realistic expectations with you, Jeff. Hey, I can't speak for other people. I don't do that. But they are not contenders. And I'm not speaking for him. I'm not speaking for no one else. But yeah, a lot of people, you know, I don't have a problem with people go a different lane than me. I don't have a problem with someone who has a different take than me. I don't really have a problem with someone who pushbacks on my take. That's what we're here for. I'm not with the pom-pom stuff. I'm not with the pom-pom stuff. I don't pom-pom my team. Like, I don't sit up here and sugarcoat everything, you know? So if I sit up here and say the Dodgers are going for a three-peat and you don't agree with me, bring it. I welcome that shit. I welcome that. It's conversation. It's dialogue. That's what it is. Ain't none of us above reproach. None of us. But you know, it's one of those things. People, I don't let my fanhood blind my observations. I don't do that. Lockout will be like, yeah, right where it ends, like right before spring training, right? Like right in the spring training point. Yeah, that's just crazy. Stephanie Curry. It's crazy, right? Nuts. Literally all the guys from 1 to 8 in the lineup going to hit 30 home runs, Jeff. Let's see. What's going on, Tina Guzman? How's the dog? He's good. He was just over here. He came by. He stared me down because I haven't given him his treat or his night walk yet. He kind of gave me like a little nudge, like a little nod, like, hey, it's about that time. We need to step outside. Like, so I got to get going a little bit and take him for that walk. Dodger fans will forever pay the high prices for tickets, etc., and do it willingly. Shocker, invest in your team and fans love. Yeah, facts, man. That's exactly what it is. Show you what it is. People cry about the Dodgers' income from their TV deal. What they forget is they're in entertainment capital of the world, history in LA. We expect greatness and entertainment. It's not KC. Ouch. I got family in KC, but you're right. You're right. The Orioles, yeah, like they spend and then they pull back and they spend. So I don't hate the Orioles. They're just the Orioles. I don't mean that disrespectfully. Like they got to have a stretch of like make the playoffs 3 out of 5 years, right? They start with that, right? I think they've turned the page a little bit. We'll see how they do. Paul says 1-2 titles since 1990. 2020 doesn't count. That's crazy. 2020 doesn't count. You know. I mean, it always amazes me how people think that they overrule the record books. Like they could decide a championship doesn't count when the league counts it. Like this is crazy. But they count the Astros championship. Shohei getting carried by another super team. Wow. Was he getting carried in that game against Milwaukee? Was he getting carried then? Was he? Was he getting carried? And how many MVPs has he won? Getting carried? Those are individual numbers, Playboy. Getting carried? Come on now. So let me ask you something. You guys are those dudes probably just hated on like the popular dude in your school, hated on everybody. You guys just don't like anyone that's great. You guys just don't like anyone that's great. What is it about you that makes you hate people that are great? Could you guys like not make a team back in the day? You couldn't accomplish your goals. You're mad at people that did. That's crazy, man. Yeah, exactly. Oh, I mean, I'm not. That's why I said I'm not ducking it. I'm not ducking it at all. People talk their trash, I talk white trash. It's just sports, man. It ain't personal. I do try to wrap my mind around the fact of how people just spend so much time hating another human that they don't even know. It's just weird to me. Trade Luka for sure. Oh man, that's funny. Blockbuster Hollywood movies were still around the last time the Yankees won blockbuster Hollywood movies. Wow. Oh man. It's turning into LeBron bashathon here. 2026 Rams Super Bowl champs and Dodgers Three-Peat. You're right, Tim. I think that's going to happen. 2020 counts, banner and rings and record books say so. Yeah, exactly. I don't think they think they can overrule a record book. You think Teo gets moved? I hope not. Miguel, I don't think he gets moved, but I mean, he's looking like he's putting in the work. He's looking like he's healthy. I think the Dodgers realize he's primed for a bounce back year, contract year and all. I would be a little surprised if they traded him. Is it impossible? No. But I would be a little surprised if they traded him. There will not be a lockout. That's a hater loser narrative. They wish they can hurt the Dodgers. Players still want to come to LA. It's LA. Not anywhere. Come on, try to better, haters. Yep. Try better, haters. Is the All-Star game about to be Dodgers against the AL? The Dodgers got like a World Baseball Classic roster. Like, it's crazy. The evil empire strikes again. Facts. Dun, 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 dun. Jay's still best team in the AL. We are running it back in 9 months. I don't know if they are. We'll see. Teams that lose in the World Series, majority of the time, don't even make the playoffs. They struggle to get back. So we'll see. Yeah, see right there. Don't be surprised. Would you rather see Shohei tear his ACL or Luka? Neither. I don't root for injuries. That's wild. Of course it counts. Well, I mean, if that's the case, then everyone else had a chance to win it too, right? And they didn't. And there were fans at the World Series. There were. And not just that, they were the best team in baseball and lost home field advantage. People always forget that. Cool. It's cool. All right, we're the cool kid. All right, cool. All right, cool. Let's see. Carrying 9 out of 9 bases in a single game in the World Series. That is crazy. If he three-peats, he's better than Kobe. I mean, nah. He's playing in a bubblegum league now, man. There's no way he's better than Kobe. SGA don't even think he's better than Kobe. SGA's mama don't even think he's better than Kobe. That's crazy talk. You think Dodger fans will show up earlier this season, maybe by the second to eighth inning? I don't understand why people talk about that. Like that's if that's the biggest diss you could talk about. You could tell you don't go to Dodger games because I go to plenty of them, and they're loud and they're packed and they're active. And like I said, 4 million people show up. Only people who are fans of people that no one cares about worry about other teams' noise in the stadium. We'll talk about aura. Oh, man. Tell you what. Why don't you worry about what time you're showing up to hate on our Three-Peat parade? Why don't you worry about that? Yeah, that was a big choke job for sure. It absolutely does feel good to be hated on. Do you think Bo leaving will hurt the Blue Jays? Do you think they'll reach the World Series next year now that he's gone? I think it does hurt them for sure. I think it breaks up that chemistry that they had there for sure. He was a beast in the World Series, man. Like he was lighting the baseball up in the World Series. Our bullpen is due for a bounce back year. Facts. More starters coming back. Gavin Stone and River Ryan. Facts. Kike will be back as well. Let's see. Joe says only MJ is better than Kobe. That's it. All right, y'all. I've been talking for about an hour and 20 minutes here. I got some business I got to handle, so I got to get out of here. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in as always when I pull up, even with my extended absences from lives. But I appreciate you guys tuning in with the shorts, the reels, all that. Make sure to subscribe and follow me everywhere. EmpireJeffTV everywhere. IG, TikTok, Twitter X, Twitch, YouTube, Kick, Facebook. Think that's it. And make sure to follow me everywhere. I appreciate you guys. You guys have a great weekend. Stay safe. Love y'all. Thank you for your continued support. As always, let's go Dodgers. More to come. More to come. But listen to me. Enjoy this era. Enjoy this. We are living the best part of what this is. The best part of what fandom is. The best part of what we love about sports. We are in it right now. We're in it right now. Enjoy it. Love y'all. Catch you on the next one. legendsofculture.com. The We Love LA collection, the Ruining Baseball collection, legendsofculture.com. Catch you guys on the next one. Stay safe. Love y'all. Have a good Friday. Rest of your Friday. Have a great Saturday. Peace.